Now in Good Morning Northwest, kids falling through the cracks, not committing crimes, but still in crisis. Why services that help them get back on track could soon disappear from Spokane County.
And it is going to be a sizzling Spring Friday in the Inland Northwest, and I'm tracking some big changes for Bloomsday weekend, too.
A local construction company owner detained by Border Patrol while returning home from work. The moments caught on camera and how long his wife says he's lived in the United States. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your Friday morning with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Friday, May 2nd. Welcome to it. We're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray. And a look at that gorgeous, beautiful, warm Friday.
Hey, if you've been missing the warm weather, today is the day for you. You know, we've gotten pretty close. We had not hit 80 degrees yet this year in the Spokane area. We got a really good chance of that today. Expect our high right around 80 degrees. Some neighborhoods have a better chance than others, so we'll talk about that as things go on. Either way, it's going to be hot by May standards, 15 plus degrees above our average later today. In the meantime, it's pretty warm in Spokane. 49, we're at 44 in Coeur d'Alene. Pullman is still at 50 along with the LC Valley, so those will likely be our lows this morning since the sun has already been up for a half hour. We're going to start warming up pretty shortly. Colville at 34, 39 in Bonners Ferry, so still some 30s out there, but they will not last long. We are talking upper 70s, low 80s for many areas this afternoon. St. Mary's up to 80 degrees, 83 in Ritzville, Moses Lake hits 84, Omak, Grand Coulee, Lewiston, all in the 80s as well. And if you don't hit 80 degrees, you got to be darn close. Pullman Kellogg, for example, at Bonners Ferry in the upper 70s. Now, this is a one-day situation because as we head into the weekend, we cool down a lot and we'll have a chance for some showers you'll need to know before you make your plans this weekend. We'll talk about that in your Bloomsday forecast coming up.
Good morning from the Breaking Now Desk. News that may impact you. There could be big changes ahead for ambulance service in Stevens County. Right now, it's run by the Sheriff's Office. That's been the case since 1973. But now the system is struggling. Officials say it's hitting a wall financially. Most of the patients are covered by Medicare or Medicaid, and those reimbursements don't come close to covering the actual costs. Unlike other EMS providers, the ambulance service doesn't get taxpayer funding. And because it's under the Sheriff's Office, it can't apply for many grants or voter-approved levies. A recent report suggested moving the service out from under the Sheriff's Office and creating a separate EMS district that could bring in new funding, but also it could require a vote. County leaders haven't made any final decisions yet, but they say the top priority is simple: making sure an ambulance shows up when you call 911. We'll continue to follow this story. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Spokane demonstrators joined global May Day protests with the demonstration at the Clock Tower. Local advocacy group Latinos and Spokane organized yesterday's march focusing on immigrant rights. Protesters specifically called for an end to deportations and opposed Trump administration immigration policies. Several people at the protest held signs saying, "Free Martin."
A Spokane woman says Border Patrol agents detained her husband in their front yard earlier this week.
Hey, get out of my house! Get back out of my house!
This is ring video footage of agents arresting Martin Diaz. His wife says he's been in the U.S. since he was a toddler. He was coming home from work at the construction company that he owns when he sees the Border Patrol agents. He runs towards his house and agents tackled him. His wife is devastated.
It's just scary because all of a sudden my entire life has been ripped apart. I don't know when I'm going to see him again.
Diaz pleaded guilty to criminal mischief in 2017 and has an assault charge from the early 2000s, but that's all we could find on him. Records show Diaz is now on a Border Patrol hold at the Kootenai County Jail. We have emailed and called Border Patrol, who told us they're unable to comment on an ongoing investigation.
In Washington, D.C., President Trump announced a staffing shakeup. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, who was part of the Signal scandal that leaked secret war plans to a journalist in a group chat, has been removed from his role and is now a U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. Here's Vice President J.D. Vance about the change.
He is being made ambassador to the United Nations, which of course is a Senate-confirmed position. I think you can make a good argument that it's a promotion. But we brought Mike on to do some serious reforms of the National Security Council. He has done that.
Former Florida Senator Marco Rubio will become interim National Security Advisor in addition to his Secretary of State duties.
Well, we have a traffic note for Spokane Valley drivers today. If the area of Pines and Trent is part of your early morning commute, plan to leave a little earlier than normal. Road crews started work near the railroad crossing there around 5 o'clock this morning. The crews will paint the railroad crossings and stop bars in the area. While the work is being done there will be single lane closures with crews alternating lanes while the paint dries. Work is expected to wrap up before 7, but if you're heading out on the road soon, expect those delays.
It'll be done soon, though.
Yes.
It is now 5 minutes after 6 o'clock, and we've been talking so excitedly about all this warmer weather that we've been seeing, and even warmer today than yesterday.
I know, I'm ready to put my butt on a patio, get outside, enjoy the sunshine.
Have a cold beverage of some sort.
Wow, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Right? Little chips and dips.
I know. We're all going to be thinking about that later today for sure. Enjoy it now. The weekend not looking nearly as promising. That coming up in your forecast.
President Trump takes aim at public broadcasting with a stroke of his pen. What his executive order means for the future of NPR and PBS just ahead.
The Bloomsday Trade Show is back starting today. You can pick up your race bib, check out some athletic gear, get a grilled cheese in. There's so much to do here. We'll tell you all about it coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical.
Hi, I'm Ken.
And I'm Donnie.
We lead the advocates.
The advocates fight for each of our injured clients. We take on big insurance and get big results.
We're both advocates, but we're very different from each other.
That's true.
I say potato, she says...
Potato.
Oh, I guess we're the same there.
Potato. Do people say that a different way?
Potato.
Who says it that way?
Never mind. Injured, you deserve an advocate.
My name is Paul Daglin. I've been with Granite Concepts for coming on 19 years now. From the beginning, it's all about customer satisfaction and quality because we want you to be happy. Technology has changed the game of what we can do. If you can do it with wood, you basically can have it done in stone. At Granite Concepts, we want you to feel at home.
Could your kitchen be making you sick? I'm Robin Nance. Hidden toxins could be lurking in your cookware and cleaning supplies. I'll show you the simple swaps you can use to reduce the risk and protect your family's health. Monday on Good Morning Northwest.
What does it mean to be here for good? It means being here for the artists who dream, the shop owner who knows your order by heart, and the mentors who leave a lasting impact. Here for singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game and big comeback stories. Here for the long haul from Omak to Sandpoint to Baker City. Here for your family, your neighbors, for you. STCU. Here for good.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. The 9-time Tony Award winner is genius, brilliant, phenomenal. The Book of Mormon is the funniest musical of all time. It's the gold standard for comedy that goes further than any other comedy in history. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, this Tuesday through Saturday at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Don't let congestion take over. Afrin No Trip. Wow. Ridiculously fast nasal congestion relief.
Wow.
The wow is real.
It is 9 minutes after 6 o'clock. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. 7 active duty transgender service members are asking the Supreme Court not to enforce a ban on transgender people in the military.
It's currently on hold due to a lower court decision, but last week the Trump administration filed an emergency appeal to the Supreme Court asking to enforce it while the legal challenges unfold. A previous ban was reversed during the Biden administration. Service members are arguing that this ban is different because it impacts service members who transitioned prior to the ban. The plaintiffs say discharging all trans service members would create thousands of vacancies in the military.
If you shop online at Amazon Haul, Temu, or Shein, you might notice higher prices. That's because a tariff exemption for Chinese imports under $800 ended this morning. Shein and Temu say they raised prices a week ago to prepare for the loophole's end.
President Donald Trump signed an executive order Thursday aimed at cutting money to NPR and PBS. It directs the Corporation for Public Broadcasting to end federal funding for National Public Radio and the public broadcasting system. The CPB has a budget of more than $500 million to fund public radio and television. Congress specifically set it up as a private entity to protect it from governmental interference and control. The executive order will almost definitely be challenged in court.
Workers in Vatican City have erected a chimney on the roof of the Sistine Chapel. It'll be used during the conclave when Catholic cardinals elect a new pope, which begins May 7th. The last two conclaves lasted 2 days. 88-year-old Pope Francis died of a stroke and heart failure on Easter Monday.
10 seconds away in your forecast. 80s this afternoon. It is going to be a warm one today. But as we head into the weekend, some changes with cooler and unsettled and even sometimes rainy weather. We'll take a closer look after this.
Cirque du Soleil Cristal has come to town, and you're getting a behind-the-scenes look at the show this morning. More than 100 people and 45 artists from 23 different countries are involved in putting this production on. The show has been on tour since 2017, and one of its last stops is here in Spokane. Now, the shows are already underway and go through Sunday. Tickets for this ice skating acrobatic performance are still available. You can find it, a link to get yours in the story on KXLY.com. So impressive, especially if you're looking to cool down today, maybe.
Good point.
There you go.
Good point.
Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:11.
Walking to school downtown comes with risks. This morning, a Lewis and Clark student is recovering, hit by a car at a stop sign. How the city and school district are working to protect students and make school routes safer.
And heads up, Bloomies, you can stock up on everything you need this Sunday at the Bloomsday Trade Show. Allison Martinez is live for a sneak peek right after this.
Regain your quality of life with expert spine care at Prosser Memorial Health. Neurological spine surgeon Dr. David Yam, with over 20 years of experience, specializes in comprehensive spine care, minimally invasive surgery, and disc replacement. Dr. Yam is now seeing patients at our new Spine Center locations in Prosser and Walla Walla. Call 509-786-5599 today to schedule your appointment. New, returning, and second opinion patients welcome. The new Spine Center at Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops, we're here to guide you from start to finish.
After my car accident, working with Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy. They communicated with me and let me know what the next step was every step of the way.
Call Craig Swap and Associates today. Let us make your recovery simple. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino. At the Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning.
WSECU Cashback Checking. You give and give and give. Let's give you something back. Just use your debit card to earn. WSECU Cashback Checking. Let's credit union.
There's a good feeling we get when we show up for others, whether it's a family member, a neighbor, or a local nonprofit we care about. When you donate or volunteer to support nonprofits, great things happen. That's what Give Big is all about. Give Big is Washington's annual giving campaign that benefits nonprofits of all kinds across our state. On May 6th and 7th, visit wagives.org to discover and donate to nonprofits making good things happen.
New York City's hottest hits are landing right here in Spokane. Join SDCU Best of Broadway, live at First Interstate Center for the Arts. It's lights up on a thrilling new season. Moulin Rouge, the musical, The Notebook, Back to the Future, Some Like It Hot, and the epic return of Disney's The Lion King. You just have to be there. Get your season tickets and get swept away. at shows.broadwayspokane.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Hot Wheels, monster trucks at the Spokane Arena.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:15. Get ready, Bloomies, because Bloomsday is only 2 days away, and this means the Bloomsday Trade Show is back at the Spokane Convention Center today.
Yeah, it is one of the country's biggest trade shows devoted to fitness and health. You can pick up anything you need for the big race, including your race packet, your bib. Allison Martinez is live at the Spokane Convention Center for a first look at what you'll see there.
Good morning. I'm joined by some very special guests today. We've got Jack, Juliet, and David this morning. They're all here on behalf of the Charity of Choice, Parasport Spokane. Thank you so much for being with us. I know we've got an athlete who will be competing in the elite wheelchair category this weekend, which is so exciting. How are you feeling ahead of Sunday?
I'm feeling definitely a little anxious and nervous. It's my first time. I don't really know what to expect. I have done the trail a few times, and so I've kind of seen what it looks like. We'll see.
Yeah, well, you'll definitely have just thousands and thousands of people cheering you on. So excited. We'll be rooting for you all the way. Can you tell us a little bit more about Parasport Spokane for someone who might not be familiar?
Yeah, so at Parasport Spokane, we use sport as a catalyst for life. For people with physical disabilities, we have a number of different sports. We have 6 sports that we offer, and we have athletes that just come out recreationally and like the socializing side of it, and we have athletes that are also training to be the best in the world at what they do. So we offer a lot of different options, and we're a volunteer-driven organization, so it's super special for us to be the charity of choice. Just the exposure it's bringing, and the fact that everyone's learning about us. It's great.
So incredibly inspiring, and you have a ton of local athletes who will be competing, but you also have people coming in from all over. Is that right? On behalf of Parasport Spokane.
Yeah, so we kind of lead the wheelchair division and kind of the organization of it. We have athletes from Spain and 4 different nations this year, a gal from Nigeria and another one from Costa Rica. And we have, I think it's 8 different states that are represented here.
Really incredible. Well, thank you all so much for joining us this weekend. We're so excited to have you here and to cheer you on Sunday. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Wow, so many people a part of that division with the wheelchair racing.
It's really, really impressive. And so is this beautiful forecast for today.
Everybody gets to be happy for me for one day, and then they get to look at the weekend, and then they get to be mad.
Then it's a roller coaster, because then you're back up.
Yeah, you know, perfect balance is how things should be.
Exactly.
I'm a Libra, you know. That's how it goes.
The scales.
That's how it goes. Yeah, we're scaling things out here. Well, let's talk about perhaps some unbalanced things, which is how warm it is. We're about 15, 20 degrees above our average we will be as we get into your afternoon. So we're going to start off around 8 a.m. in the 50s. We'll be in the 60s extremely quickly today with this warm weather, with the heat peaking today. We'll be in the upper 70s sometime around 1, 2 in the afternoon, and then we should touch 80 degrees fairly briefly as we head towards that kind of 4 or 5 o'clock time frame, and then it'll be a kind of a mild evening with temperatures generally in the 70s through at least 8 o'clock. And then everything switches up for the weekend as the weather system moves in. Partly cloudy skies. They'll be mostly cloudy in certain parts of the day. We'll see upper 60s on Saturday with a good chance for rain, and then Sunday, still a chance for a couple of showers in low 60s. Probably some better running weather for sure. Here's your rain chances for Bloomsday. Once again, it's going to be mostly during Saturday that we have that chance for some rain, especially from lunchtime on Saturday into Saturday night. But as we wake up in the morning, there will still be an opportunity for at least a couple of light showers around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. And by the time we get into the kind of the later start times for Bloomsday, however, those chances drop quite dramatically. So might be a little bit of a moisture on the course. Otherwise, things will gradually improve as we go through your Bloomsday Sunday. So we'll keep just a slight chance of rain here for the end of the weekend. Look at what happens next week. We're right back into high pressure and warm temperatures. Look at this. Another day up around 80 degrees on Wednesday. And overall, it is looking like it is going to be a toasty start to May, with the exception of the next couple of days.
Hey, all right. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be fine. I know Saturday's not.
Everything's going to be fine.
It will be.
No, that's nothing. We can deal with that. No problem. All right. Thanks, Matt. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:19.
Taryn Gardner is the newest hometown hero for the Gonzaga women's basketball team after a stellar career at Meade. She finished her freshman year at Boise State, but is back home after the break. Hear how her family reacted to her coming home to continue her college career right after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's Mississauga Casino Hotel's 31st anniversary. We're celebrating by giving you the chance to win over $62,000 in cash and prizes, including adventures on a pontoon, on a flight to your favorite getaway, or your choice of a new car or cash. Play your favorite games now to earn entries at Mississauga Casino Hotel. 31 years of jackpots, food, and fun. Learn more at Mississauga.com.
Celebrating 30 breathtaking years, one extraordinary show. The dance and music spectacular that took the world by storm and captured the hearts of millions. Riverdance. And now, experience the passion and energy of this mesmerizing show live on stage. Riverdance, the new generation. Coming to First Interstate Centre for the Arts, May 28th and 29th. Get tickets now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
BECU would like to celebrate your mom this Mother's Day. Share a picture of your mom and tell us the impact she's made on your life. She'll be entered for a chance to win a $100 gift card courtesy of BECU. Enter at KXLY.com/momsday.
When it comes to buying used vehicles, we know that there's a lot of options for you out there.
Make Colville Toyota your first option for quality used vehicles.
Before our cars hit the lot, we inspect and repair any issues that we may find. We care about our customers and our cars, and it shows with the extra TLC that we put into them.
If you're in the market for a new, used, or certified vehicle, come to Colville Toyota and buy with confidence.
Because we're your small town dealership with a big heart.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
Could your kitchen be making you sick? I'm Robin Nance. Hidden toxins could be lurking in your cookware and cleaning supplies. I'll show you the simple swaps you can use to reduce the risk and protect your family's health. Monday on Good Morning Northwest.
Welcome to Morning Sports. I'm Jack Wallace. And Taryn Gardner's dominant run through the GSL for the Meade Panthers was the stuff of legend. She won multiple MVPs, all conference nods, all the way through high school, on her way to a college career that started at Boise State. But now she's the newest Gonzaga Bulldog. Spokane native returns home to join the Zags, coming off another WCC winning season. But one that lost stars like Yvonne Ejim and will need to reload to continue staying at the top of their final year in the WCC. Gardner told us that her grandparents are season ticket holders at the Zags, have been for years, and her parents are lifelong Zag fans, even during Gardner's sole season you're watching now playing for the Broncos in Boise. She shared with us the reaction from her folks when she told them the transfer news.
We were super excited. It was always my dream, but I think it was always theirs too. And so my parents are just like over the moon happy for it and so excited that I'll be playing 30 minutes away. My grandma's wish, she's like, oh, my wish came true. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so excited. And so everybody's just, the support I've gotten is amazing and everybody's so excited.
Gardner joined Z Alcuzo from the St. Mary's Gales as the just 2 incoming transfers for next season. That's all for Morning Sports. Tune in to sports tonight at 6 and Nightside to meet one of the best wheelchair division racers for Bloomsday, a 2-time Paralympian right in Spokane Valley.
Well, how about those Chiefs? Spokane rattled off 3 goals in the final 6 minutes to secure their first playoff sweep since 2008, beating the Portland Winterhawks 6-4 last night to win the series 4-0. Andrew Crystal continues his dazzling run, scoring twice and adding an assist to bring his playoff goal counter to a whopping 20 this postseason. Spokane's WHL final series against the Medicine Hat Tigers begins at an undetermined date. You know we'll pass it on to you, though.
For sure.
One of Spokane's events is happening, biggest events of all year is happening on Sunday. It's Bloomsday time.
Ahead of that 12K, some runners were shaking out those pre-race nerves. The Fleet Feet Shakeout Run is a 3-mile run or walk, giving people the chance to practice ahead of the game. There was also a Fleet Feet demo. It's a chance for Bloomsday runners to check out different shoe brands and test them out ahead of the big race.
I'm just excited to get out and have fun with people, run with the people that I've been training with, and you know, it sounds like it's daunting, but it really isn't that hard, especially when you're having a good time. So.
That's a good attitude to have.
Yeah.
Hey, if you missed this event, many of these brands are also at the Bloomsday Trade Show today, which you can pick up your race bib as well. Allison is live there this morning, and she'll be telling us much more about what you can see at that trade show here coming up throughout Good Morning Northwest.
Really cool that they're letting you just try out those shoes, too.
Very nice.
It is now 6:25.
Well, after the state Supreme Court struck down Proposition 1, Spokane is now fighting back with a new strategy. How the city plans to balance enforcement with compassion and its latest approach to homelessness. We have those details next.
Plus, from your iPhone to your chocolate bars, tariffs are hitting American companies hard. Apple, Hershey, and General Motors all warning of massive costs as China says the U.S. has initiated new trade talks. Hannah Joy has the latest on Trump's tariffs next. And as we send you to a break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Katy Perry defending herself.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath.
The star posting on Instagram, when the online world tries to make me a human piñata, I take it with grace and send them love, because I know so many people are hurting in so many ways, and the internet is very much so a dumping ground for unhinged and unhealed.
As a pop star, you expect this sort of behavior from people online. But as she said in her statement as well, she understands what is real and what is important to her. Even as she's facing this sort of hate, she's giving a killer show. And it's clear that her fans and the audience are connecting with that more than what people are saying about her online.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of Katy Perry's online message. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
Asthma. Does it have you missing out on what you love with who you love? It's time to get back out there with Fasenra. Fasenra is an add-on treatment for eosinophilic asthma that is taken once every 8 weeks and can also be taken conveniently at home. Fasenra helps prevent asthma attacks. Most patients did not have an attack in the first year. Fasenra is proven to help you breathe better so you can get back to doing day-to-day activities. Fasenra is not for sudden breathing problems. Serious allergic reactions may occur. Get help for swelling of your face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Don't stop asthma treatments without talking with your doctor. Tell your doctor if your asthma worsens or you have a parasitic infection. Headache and sore throat may occur. Get back to better breathing. Get back to what you've missed. Ask your doctor about Fasenra, the only asthma treatment taken once every 8 weeks. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru.
Welcome to the Kitchen Engine, Spokane's favorite kitchen store. It's a family-owned business spanning 3 generations. The Kitchen Engine. We're having a store-wide Mother's Day sale. Come in and find a perfect gift for Mom. And while you're here, grab a treat for yourself. Take a cooking class together in our state-of-the-art culinary classroom. Browse our selection of gifts and cooking essentials to make Mom's time in the kitchen more enjoyable. The Mother's Day sale at the Kitchen Engine in the historic Flour Mill.
Prosser Digestive Health Center offers the full spectrum of digestive health care. Services provided by board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Playing baseball at Gonzaga University was a dream come true for me. I went from playing an organized sport to life, which is very much unorganized.
Guess we're the adults now, but BECU is always there to help us out.
Things to think about are paying bills, boarding a house, planning for college, taking care of dogs.
We have so much to plan for. Having BECU as a partner just gives us total peace of mind.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. Welcome to your Friday, May 2nd. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray with your first alert forecast and news we all want to know.
Oh, it's going to be so beautiful today and very warm. So if you have been missing the truly warm weather, you are going to like today for sure. We're in the upper 40s in Spokane. We're in the mid 40s in Coeur d'Alene. We will not be that way for long. Our highs today right around 80 degrees. Hot, definitely by May standards, especially early May. And this will be our first 80-degree day of the year in many parts of our region. And some places will get hotter than 80 degrees, including parts of the Columbia Basin. We'll show you that later in this half hour. But let's take a look at Spokane and Coeur d'Alene and the I-90 corridor. Downtown up to around 83, the Valley and Meade up to around 82 degrees. 80 in Deer Park. We'll see upper 70s on the Rafter and Prairie. But hey, 79 degrees, Coeur d'Alene and Post Falls. You're going to be very close to 80 degrees, and it's going to be a kind of neighborhood by neighborhood thing with just how warm you end up today. So, warmest day yet so far in 2025, but that is not going to last into the weekend. We'll take a look at your Bloomsday weekend forecast coming up.
Matt, thanks. Our most vulnerable teens in Washington are at risk of losing access to crucial resources. Lawmakers in Olympia suggest massive cuts to BECA bill funding.
It's a program designed to save kids who are falling through the cracks of the system. In a story new here on Good Morning Northwest, 4 News Now's Alexandra Konyartz explains what this could mean for the future of our juvenile justice system.
You might have preconceived notions of this place, our Spokane County Juvenile Justice Center, but inside its doors is a program that works as a lifeline for thousands of at-risk teens in our region.
These parents, these kids, and these schools are petitioning the court for help.
Lindsay Ruland is a BECA case manager. She handles truancy petitions for kids who have reached a level of chronic absenteeism that has gotten out of hand.
I like to say you are a good kid who is going through a very hard time right now, and we're going to get through it together.
This support is made possible through the BECA bill, a piece of legislation named after this young girl, Rebecca Hedman, a 13-year-old killed in Spokane while prostituting herself.
After that tragedy, juvenile justice, or really youth-serving agencies in Spokane, came together looking at how can we help these kids that are falling through the cracks.
And coming into this courtroom is actually the last step for kids who go through the process of the BECA bill. Now, that is because most of the work for this is actually done in our community.
We go in there, we introduce ourselves, we're like, hey, we're here to help. We're not here to punish you. You are not on probation. We're here as a resource.
Spokane County Juvenile Court says our region gets $1.3 million a year for these wraparound services. Now, lawmakers are proposing cutting that back by 70%.
And to have that taken down to just under $400,000 will drastically cut the services that we give these kids.
Spokane sees the highest number of filings in the state, with an annual average of 1,500 BECA cases a year. For Ruland, who has developed a strong sense of pride for these kids, the impact of these changes are frightening.
It would be an absolute detriment to the youth that we serve. These youth are falling through the cracks. They're not standing out. They're not committing crimes. So how else are they going to get the resources?
In Spokane, Alexandra Konyartz, 4 News Now.
It has been 2 weeks since the Washington State Supreme Court overturned Spokane's Proposition 1.
Now the city has responded, unveiling its new multi-tiered approach to solve Spokane's homelessness and housing crisis. Mayor Lisa Brown held a press conference yesterday morning proposing 3 new ordinances. One of them tackles enforcing Spokane's homeless policies. For example, if someone is camping, the city's housing outreach team will have 7 days to connect that person with the services they need. If they're still there after that 7-day stretch, police and code enforcement will then remove that camp.
We have seen the most success when we are able to engage an individual and provide services to them so that this individual is not moved from one area to another and not provided that help.
The City Council will discuss these proposals in the next several meetings. To see a more in-depth look at how this plan aims to prevent people from sliding into homelessness to begin with, you can look for this story. It's up on KXLY.com.
A car hit a Lewis and Clark High School student on 4th and Howard on their way to school. It happened yesterday morning. Spokane police say the student was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver was cited for failing to stop at a stop sign. Kirsten Davis with the City of Spokane says the city is constantly sharing data with the Spokane Public Schools to try to make them safer.
All of downtown tends to see a higher level of incidents because you have a lot more traffic and pedestrians happening. So just the sheer volume changes those, those statistics. And we're always concerned around schools.
Lewis and Clark's principal thanked first responders for getting to the school so quickly yesterday.
This morning, we are following breaking news in the U.S. and China trade war. Talks may be back on, but there's already confusion over who called who. China says the U.S. reached out first. The White House says it was China. Either way, both sides are talking, but the tone is tense and the stakes are high. While the leaders trade blame, American businesses are paying the price. General Motors says it could lose $5 billion this year. Hershey expects to lose $20 million every quarter. Apple is bracing for a $900 million hit this year, this quarter alone. And McDonald's says people just aren't spending and sales are the slowest since the pandemic.
That's what we heard from McDonald's today, that it was the middle income customer that was slowing down.
President Trump says the price spikes won't last. However, prices from online companies like Shein and Temu are expected to jump today. Economists even say higher prices and possible shortages could be next. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Some local toy stores are already feeling the effects of tariffs from their overseas vendors. Toyland in Spokane's General Store says it's ordering enough toys to last through the end of the year. The store hopes the tariffs will be lowered before their customers have to cough up more cash. But there is still a lot of uncertainty. When President Trump announced the second round of tariffs in March, many toy vendors weren't able to lock down any of their normal prices. This made it difficult for stores to place orders. That's why the General Store has tripled its orders for popular brands like Mattel, Lego, and Pokemon.
The saying of, get your Christmas product in July. Well, for us now it's in May and April, which is kind of bizarre.
If tariffs are not lowered by next year, the General Store says it'll look into sourcing toys from areas with lower tariffs. It continues to offer local products too, which are getting more attention from customers.
Good morning. Northwest time right now is 6:37.
Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray, going into a really fantastic Friday.
Yeah, fantastic Friday. Great start to the day in Moscow. It's graduation season on the Palouse.
Yes,
Next 2 weekends, it is going to be busy in Pullman and Moscow. And your forecast, there's some ups and downs you want to know about if you're headed that way this weekend. We'll have that coming up.
Before they step down this summer, the presidents of Gonzaga and UW are celebrating a partnership that has trained thousands of healthcare workers across the state. The impressive results of their collaboration after the break.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
What's for dinner? Shop Fred Meyer for appetizing ingredients and big savings like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Lindor, Swanson.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu has such a stacked lineup, it calls for a
trade proposal.
My s'mores for your mixing bowl mashup.
You got a deal.
Trade up to the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu with new mixing bowl mashup plus fan favorite s'mores. Nothing says summer like baseball and our new Summer Blizzard menu.
You drive a hard bargain, kid.
Right now with DQ.
DQ, happy tastes good.
R&R RV has just lowered prices on every pre-owned motorhome, fifth wheel, and travel trailer in stock. We're talking jaw-dropping savings on the region's largest selection of pre-owned RVs. All pre-owned units at R&R RV are clean, certified, and never purchased at auction. Quit dreaming. Just do it. Same-day delivery available on many units. Shop pre-owned units now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake, North Spokane, and Lewiston. Or visit rnrrv.com.
Life is an opportunity.
to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better and to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
They say building a championship team takes hard work, dedication, and a true commitment to excellence. At Finley Downtown Toyota in Spokane, we strive for greatness every day in everything we do. From our expert technicians to our knowledgeable parts advisors and experienced detail team, we go the extra mile to earn your trust.
At Finley Downtown Toyota, we want to be your Toyota dealer.
What's for dinner? Shop Fred Meyer for appetizing ingredients and big savings like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
It's now 6:40. The presidents of Gonzaga and the University of Washington are both stepping down this summer.
But first, they came together yesterday to celebrate the regional health partnership between the two schools. Now, since this partnership began in 2016, the schools have trained almost 3,000 healthcare providers, many of them staying here in Washington, and have helped serve rural communities across the state. They've also created a summer research program that's brought millions of dollars to the local economy and opened a brand new health education research and innovation building.
We were ambitious from the beginning, but it really has exceeded all expectations and has been, I think, an enormously positive thing for our entire state, for this region.
Now, both presidents say when they look towards the future, they hope to continue to build on all they've accomplished.
10-second takeaways in your weather. 80s this afternoon, the first one for many of us this year. But we'll see cooler and unsettled conditions over the weekend with a lot going on around the inland Northwest. We'll take a detailed look coming up.
It is almost time to celebrate the moms in our lives. And this year, 4 News Now and BECU are here to help.
Yep, you could win a $100 gift card for your mom just by sharing her picture with us. This is Penny Markshuffle. The message says, my mom has been a teacher for 35 years, retired, and moved to Deer Park, where she still substitute teaches. She enjoys teaching and loves kids fiercely. Penny deserves a well-earned break and some fun. You can go to KXLY.com/Mom's Day to enter our Mother's Day giveaway. 3 lucky moms will win a $100 gift card to L's Tastes and Teas in Spokane Valley. We'll share more photos right up until Mother's Day.
Send in those pictures. Give her a shout out. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:42.
Calling all Bloomies, it's time to get what you need for this year's Bloomsday. Allison Martinez is live at the trade show.
Here at the Bloomsday Trade Show, you can check out some discounted athletic gear, get a fresh grilled cheese from Fran's Bakery, and most importantly, pick up your race bib. We'll tell you everything you need to know to pick that up coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the
Center for the Arts, July 8th through 13th. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Today, tonight, and tomorrow, Cal Cars is kicking off the month with a 72-hour sale at both Cal locations, where they are marking down over 72 trucks, cars, and SUVs to sell fast, plus delaying all payments until August 1st. And $0 down is all you need. This is your chance to save thousands and trade your old vehicle in for something better with a complimentary 2-year service maintenance plan included. But it's only today through this Sunday at Cal.
Fred's Appliance Clearance Centers are your one-stop shop for top quality appliances and unbeatable prices. Top brand closeouts, full factory warranty, and new inventory arriving daily. Take advantage of incredible discounts with savings you won't find anywhere else. Hurry in! With Fred's Clearance Center's huge selection of heavily discounted name brand appliances, the inventory moves fast. For the best deals on appliances in Spokane, visit either of Fred's Clearance Centers today.
Are you looking for a great place to get a great workout and crush those New Year's resolution goals?
Let's go!
Join now and strive to thrive in 2025 at Move Fitness.
Join the movement.
Get ready for the concert event of the summer.
On the road again.
Catch Willie Nelson and family. Bob Dylan. Billy Strings. And more at the Outlaw Music Festival's 10th anniversary tour, May 22nd, One Spokane Stadium. Get access to preferred tickets with your City Card. For tickets and more, go to ticketswest.com or outlawmusicfestival.com.
Hi, I'm Phil. I was diagnosed with an asbestos-related disease. When I was struggling so much with getting air, I come to the Card Clinic and I was able to get diagnosed. Ever since, the Card Clinic has been there for me. I don't know what we'd do without it.
Have you lived, worked, or enjoyed the outdoors in Lincoln County before 2014? You may have been exposed to harmful Libby amphibole asbestos. Contact us today for a free screening.
4 News Now is brought to you by Summit Cancer Center.
Welcome back. It is now 6:45. Bloomsday is only 2 days away. Are you ready for the big race? The Bloomsday Trade Show returns to the Spokane Convention Center today, and you can pick up anything you need.
You can also check out some discounted active wear or pick up your race bib. Allison Martinez is live this morning at the Spokane Convention Center for everything you need to know to get what you need for Sunday.
Yes, that's right. Good morning. If you get to the Spokane Convention Center today or tomorrow, you'll arrive, you'll walk through the delicious smell of grilled cheese, you'll see some really cool Bloomsday merch, and then you'll come to the back here to pick up your race bib. I'm joined by Catherine this morning. She is a board member here. We also have Nick over here, another board member. Now, walk us through what we need to know to get that bib. A very important step here.
Yes. So as soon as you come in the trade show, you're going to be forced to walk through here. So you can't miss us. In order to pick up your number, you need to either have your runner number, or we have these QR codes around here, so you can scan that and look up your runner number. Once you get your runner number, you find the correlating sign up above that matches it. So we're picking up my husband's number today.
Awesome.
He's about 42,100. So you give them the number, they'll give you the bibs, they'll give you some pins so you can attach that, and an instruction sheet.
Perfect.
And then you are good to go.
Yeah, and you've got all the answers to any questions that you might have right on this sheet.
We
Is that
do.
right?
We do. Also, we have the starting map on the back that shows you where to go in the morning.
Perfect. For people who might have some questions that maybe last minute, the morning of the race, or maybe they have questions right now, where's the best place to find all that information?
All the information's on our website. If you are here and you have questions, we have a info booth down at the bottom. We also have some people walking around with big balloons on their back, and they can help you with any questions you have.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being with us this morning. This is such an exciting weekend. Definitely come by and kick it off this Friday at the Bloomsday Trade Show here at the Spokane Convention Center. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Step-by-step guide, very helpful, especially if it's your first Bloomsday.
Definitely. A lot of questions, a lot of uncertainty, but they make it so easy for you.
And there's so many tables in there, it can become confusing really, really quickly. So nice that there's people there to help, too.
Yeah, for sure.
And it probably smells like grilled cheese, which is always appreciated.
Yum.
Also appreciated, Matt, is this forecast.
A lot of sunshine today.
Yes, yes. People are going to really enjoy the start to our weekend. Now, later in the weekend, there might be, depending on your perspective, some questionableness there. But we're already almost close to 50 degrees right now in Spokane. There's not a cloud in the sky. Just like it's been for the last couple of days, it is going to be beautiful. 80 degrees for our high today. The first one this year in Spokane. We'll see plenty of 80s across eastern Washington and the LC Valley. We'll see a couple of spots be close to 80 degrees like St. Mary's or Coeur d'Alene, which will be just below that in the upper 70s. So it'll be somewhere between 77 and about 83, just depending on your local conditions. This weekend, however, we drop back down into the 60s. We've got some rain in the forecast for Saturday and some rain that could linger into Sunday. So let's take a look here at how that plays out. Some light rain across central Washington and the Columbia Basin early on Saturday morning. As we head towards lunchtime around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, this is when we're going to have the opportunity to see some wet weather. If you're headed down to Pullman for WSU graduation, that's also when we're going to see some rain right around midday. Sunday. That moves out of here, though, pretty quickly. Some thunderstorms developing down in southern Idaho. We'll try to move through the central panhandle and into western Montana. But if the track is a little bit further west, which is certainly reasonable, all of a sudden we've got a rainy overnight in North Idaho and a chance for some of these showers to try and make an appearance before Bloomsday gets started around Spokane. So there is some wiggle room in here that I want you to be aware of. It may not be a perfectly dry start to your Sunday morning, particularly North Idaho friends. Here is how things shake out then in your forecast. We're going to keep a 20% chance of a shower for Sunday. Start warming up again on Monday. I'll show you your 7-day forecast after the morning sprint, which is right after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap and Associates.
It's Mistaqua Casino Hotel's 31st anniversary. We're celebrating by giving you the chance to win over $62,000 in cash and prizes, including adventures on a pontoon, on a flight to your favorite getaway, or your choice of a new car or cash. Play your favorite games now to earn entries at Mistaqua Casino Hotel. 31 years of jackpots, food, and fun. Learn more at Mistaqua.com.
Starting over is hard following a divorce because now it's just you. You are the one making the financial decisions for your family. As I've gone through this process, BECU was incredibly helpful, making sure that I could track down the financial documents that I needed or to open an account with my new name. I'm really proud of how far I've come, how I've been able to rebuild for myself and my family, and BECU is an important part of that.
The wait is over. It's grand opening day at Brett's RV and Marine in Liberty Lake. Join us Saturday, May 3rd from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for a day packed with free food from local food trucks, photo op with fun mascots and fairy tale princesses, face painting, s'more making stations, store tours, live music, prize giveaways, and amazing deals on every RV and boat. Off I-90 in Liberty Lake. Get the details at brettsrv.com and come celebrate.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, June 3rd through 7th. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Are you looking for a great place to get a great workout and crush those New Year's resolution goals? Let's go! Join now and strive to thrive in 2025 at Move Fitness.
Join the movement.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Good morning. It is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Friday and the weekend with the Morning Sprint.
Meteorologist Matt Gray is tracking plenty of sunshine and temps throughout the weekend.
And Allison Martinez is live giving us a sneak peek of the Bloomsday Trade Show.
But first, we got Hannah Joy in studio with details on a big changes ahead for an ambulance service in Stevens County.
In a statement this morning, officials say the ambulance service is hitting a wall financially, also adding that most of the patients are covered by Medicare or Medicaid, and those reimbursements don't come close to covering the actual cost. Unlike other EMS providers, the ambulance service doesn't get taxpayer funding, and because it's under the sheriff's office, it can't apply for many grants or voter-approved levies. A recent report suggested moving the service out from under the sheriff's office and creating a separate EMS district that could bring in new funding. County leaders haven't made any decisions yet, but we'll continue to follow this story.
And as you pull into the office parking lot this morning, it will already be in the 50s, and we are going to be very, very warm this afternoon. So be ready to sweat with some outdoor work. As we end up in the upper 70s by around 2 o'clock, we'll end up right around 80 degrees this afternoon in many parts of the inland Northwest, and many for the first time here in 2025. It will not be that way this weekend. A chance for some showers, especially around midday on Saturday, and a sprinkle or two still a possibility before the start of Bloomsday on a cool and otherwise dry Sunday.
The city of Spokane has unveiled a new plan to tackle homelessness and housing. Mayor Lisa Brown introduced 3 new ordinances yesterday, including one that enforces the city's homeless policies. For example, if someone is camping, outreach teams will have 7 days to connect them to services. After that, police and code enforcement will then remove that camp. The city council will discuss the proposals in upcoming meetings. For more details on this new plan to tackle homelessness, head to KXLY.com.
A car hit a Lewis and Clark High School student on 4th and Howard on their way to school. It happened yesterday morning. Spokane police say the student was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver was cited for failing to stop at a stop sign. A 14-year-old is facing charges for an attack that took place at Westwood Middle School, which is southwest of Spokane. The Airway Heights Police Department says an attack was caught on video earlier this week. In 2 videos that were sent to 4 News Now, 2 students were seen fighting in a bathroom. One is seen putting a sweatshirt over their head before being kicked in the face by another student. The teen is now facing felony assault charges. Spokane demonstrators joined global May Day protests with a demonstration at the Clock Tower. Local advocacy group Latinos and Spokane organized yesterday's march focusing on immigrant rights. Protesters specifically called for an end to deportations and opposed Trump administration immigration policies.
In Washington, D.C., President Trump announced a staffing shakeup. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, who was part of the Signal scandal that leaked secret war plans to a journalist in a group chat, has now been removed from his role and is now a U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. A former Florida Senator, Marco Rubio, will now become interim National Security Advisor in addition to his Secretary of State duties.
President Trump is stirring debate with a new proposal to rename Veterans Day. He wants to call the November holiday Victory Day for World War I and establish a new Victory Day for World War II in May. Trump says America should, quote, start celebrating our victories again. For updates on whether that decision will happen, tune in to Good Morning America.
If you shop online at Amazon Haul, Temu, or Shein, you might be noticing some higher prices. That's because a tariff exemption for Chinese imports under $800 ended this morning. Shein and Temu say that they've raised their prices a week ago to prepare for the loophole's end.
About 40,000 people will be racing in Bloomsday this Sunday, which means today is the start of the Bloomsday Trade Show. We're here at the Spokane Convention Center. There's so much to check out. You can see some discounted athletic gear, learn about some cool organizations, get some carb loading in with Fran's Bakery, and of course, most importantly, you can pick up your race bib and get answers to any questions you may have. Again, this is today and tomorrow at the Spokane Convention Center. You can find more details with everything you need to know to complete a successful Bloomsday on our website at KXLY.com.
Cirque du Soleil, Cristal has come to town, and you're getting a behind-the-scenes look at the show right now. More than 100 people and 45 artists from 23 different countries are involved with putting on this show. The show's been on tour since 2017, and one of its last stops is here in Spokane. The shows are already underway and go through Sunday. Tickets for the ice skating acrobatic performance are still available. You can get yours. We have a link on KXLY.com.
And we will be back with a final check of weather that 7-day right after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
2 minutes for checking to Berkeley County. Get your exclusive Spokane Chiefs debit card from Numerica today.
When you're in a car wreck, we're not just here to fight for you. We're here as a family.
When I reached out to Craig Swaff and Associates, it got started right away. They made sure I received everything I was owed.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
We know your time is valuable, and that is why at Colville Toyota, our goal is to get you in and out in an hour or less using our Express Maintenance Center.
With our pit crew approach and Toyota trained techs, your routine service happens fast.
Toyota Express Maintenance includes a safety inspection, oil changes, brake inspection, tire rotation, and much more.
Quality, speed, and confidence is what you can expect from Colville Toyota's Express Maintenance Center. We're your small town dealership with a big heart.
Another gorgeous start to our day in Spokane. It's going to be a beautiful spring day. Going to be a hot spring day as well, as we're up around 80 degrees. And it's not the last one we've got in the 7-day forecast. Look at this. After a chance for some showers and some much more seasonable temperatures this weekend, we start heating right back up on Monday. By Wednesday, we're up back to 80 degrees again. Overall, even beyond the 7-day forecast, it looks like it is going to be a warm start to the month of May.
Oh, yes. Love to hear it. Well, thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
We'll see you throughout the morning on Good Morning America with live local updates. GMA starts next.